What if everything you've ever known is a lie? What if the very foundation of your reality, the world you wake up to every morning, is nothing more than a play of shadows, pulling the strings of your every thought and action? Now, picture this. You're standing on the edge of a vast, unseen abyss. You can feel the pulse of something more, something greater than you. But every instinct screams to pull back, to resist the pull, because it's terrifying. This is the battle inside each of us. The struggle between staying trapped in the known and leaping into something unimaginable. But what if, just beyond that edge, is freedom, real freedom, the kind that changes everything? In every moment, there's an opportunity to step beyond fear, beyond control, to transcend the limitations of the mind. Imagine a place where resistance fades, trust blooms, and you realize that everything, the pain, the confusion, the joy, has been part of an intelligent, cosmic unfolding, waiting for you to awaken. Let's uncover the 6 levels of higher consciousness, 6 phases of awakening that will take you from the small, fearful corners of your mind to the vast, boundless freedom of enlightenment. In the beginning, life feels like a chaotic storm, spinning you around with no compass, no control. You're a victim of circumstance. One day you're on top of the world, and the next it all falls apart. You wonder, why me? In this state, life is an unpredictable beast. Pain, frustration, fear, they follow you, creeping around every corner. Every challenge feels like an enemy. Every setback, a personal attack. Your mind races, trying to understand why nothing ever goes your way. You resist, you struggle, you fight. But in the end, the truth is you're living in a cage built by fear. This is where most people stay, locked in a never-ending loop of frustration and helplessness. But what if this is only the first phase? What if beyond the storm, there's something else? The pain becomes unbearable, the frustration unmanageable. Something shifts. You no longer accept life as a mere victim. Instead, you believe you can control it. Through sheer will, you think you can bend the universe to your desires. You begin to push harder. You set goals. You work tirelessly. You make things happen. But then something strange happens. The more you try to control, the more it slips through your fingers. The harder you push, the more resistance you feel. The goals you set don't bring the happiness you expected. You realize that no matter how hard you try, you can't seem to control everything. And deep inside, something stirs, a whisper telling you there's something greater at play, something more profound than your struggle. The universe is trying to tell you something. Let go. Trust. A strange realization hits you, one that stops you in your tracks. What if the world around you, the chaos, the noise, the pain, is not the cause of your suffering? What if everything you've ever felt, every emotion, every fear, every desire, is a product of your own mind? The world itself is neutral. It's your perceptions, your inner dialogue that shape everything. You stop blaming the world. You stop fighting against the storm. Instead, you look inward. What am I really feeling? What am I believing about this situation? You begin to see that your reality is a reflection of your thoughts. The stories you tell yourself about life, the ones filled with fear, pain, and doubt, are just that, stories. And just like that, you begin to awaken. This is where you begin to realize the true power of your awareness. You are no longer just a passive observer stuck in the story of your life. You are the storyteller. A deep transformation begins. You look back at your struggles, your pain, and you see something that changes everything. None of it was random. The challenges, the heartaches, they all served a purpose, even if it wasn't clear at the time. You begin to see life as a teacher, not an enemy. Every setback, every obstacle carries with it a lesson, an invitation to grow. You start asking, what is life teaching me here? And instead of fighting against the storm, you begin to dance with it. Even in your darkest moments, you trust that there's a greater purpose behind it all. The shift is subtle but powerful. You stop resisting. You start trusting that life is always working for you. Even when it's hard, even when it hurts, life is pushing you towards something greater. And as you let go of control, you begin to feel a deeper sense of peace. Then something even more profound happens. Life stops happening to you. It stops happening for you. It begins to happen through you. You stop forcing things. You stop trying to control. Instead, you surrender. You allow yourself to be guided by a force greater than your ego, greater than your mind. You stop fighting the current, and instead, you let it carry you. The world feels different now. It doesn't push against you anymore. It moves with you. The synchronicities, the unexpected alignments, they begin to show up as if the universe is working in concert with your every step. You realize that you are not the controller of life. You are the expression of it. And then the most breathtaking shift of all. Life is no longer something separate from you. You are life. The boundaries between you and the universe dissolve. The energy that flows through everything, the trees, the stars, the oceans, the people, is the same energy that flows through you. There is no longer a need to resist, control, or even surrender. Everything is already unfolding perfectly. You are no longer searching for answers because you realize that you are the answer. You are no longer separate from the world. You are the world. You wake up every day with a sense of deep interconnectedness. Every breath, every moment feels like a dance with existence itself. You are one with the universe, and the universe is one with you. There is no more fear, no more resistance, no more struggle, only the pure, unshakable truth. Life is you. And so as you journey through these 6 levels of consciousness, ask yourself, where are you now? And what would it feel like to let go of control? What would it feel like to trust the flow of life? To surrender to the realization that you are life itself? The answers are waiting for you just beyond the edge of your fear. The moment you realize you are life itself, it feels like a door opens, just a crack at first. But behind it, there's something so vast, so infinite, that it's impossible to comprehend. You've crossed the threshold and everything has changed. Yet the deeper you go, the more the questions multiply, as if this new world you're entering has no limits, no boundaries. There's a whisper, a pull that beckons you further, something just beyond your reach. You try to ignore it, but it's relentless, drawing you in. What is it? What's on the other side of this realization that life is you? What is the ultimate truth lurking behind the veil, just out of sight? As you dig deeper, you begin to see something unsettling. Everything you've ever known is made of the same energy. The same force that runs through your body, pulses through your veins, breathes life into your lungs, is the same force that makes the stars shine and the oceans swell. The universe is not just out there, it's in you. You are the universe experiencing itself through the lens of your own consciousness. Think about it this way. Have you ever been so deeply immersed in a movie, so emotionally entangled in the plot, that for a moment you forgot it was just a story? You felt like you were living it, like the character's pain was yours, the joy, the fear, the triumph, all of it was happening to you. But then in the blink of an eye, the credits roll and you snap back into reality, remembering that it was all an illusion, just a projection on a screen. Now imagine that the movie isn't just something you watch, it's you. You are both the actor and the audience. You are both the writer and the character. The lines between the two blur. The separation dissolves. You're no longer watching life, you are life. This is where the mystery deepens. If everything you've experienced is a projection of your own consciousness, then how much of what you see is real? What if your reality is not just a passive experience, but an active creation, constantly unfolding like a story you're both living and telling? You feel a jolt, a shift within, as if the ground beneath you has given way. The world around you is not solid, not fixed. It's fluid, malleable, waiting for you to realize that it is you shaping it. The things you thought were separate from you, the people, the places, the objects, are all reflections of your inner state. Every interaction, every moment is just a projection of your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. But here's where it gets even stranger. The more you begin to grasp this, the more you realize that you are not just experiencing life, you are creating it. Imagine your thoughts as ripples in a pond. The pond itself is calm, vast, and infinite. But when you toss a stone, your thought, into it, the ripples begin to spread outward, influencing everything they touch. What if your thoughts are the stones, and the ripples, they shape the reality around you? Everything, the people you meet, the opportunities that arise, the challenges that come your way, is a direct result of the energy you've sent out into the world. Every time you think, every time you believe, you send out an invisible signal that is shaping the very fabric of your existence. Now here's the key concept that changes everything. Intention. Intention isn't just a word. It's not just a wish or a fleeting thought. Intention is the energy you direct toward the world. It's the force that propels your thoughts, actions, and decisions. Think of it as the lens through which you view reality. If your intention is clouded by fear, doubt, or anger, you'll see a world full of chaos and obstacles. But if your intention is clear, aligned with trust and love, you'll begin to see a world of synchronicity, ease, and flow. Imagine walking into a room full of people. If your intention is one of judgment or fear, you'll pick up on the tension in the air, the unease, the discomfort. But if your intention is one of openness, connection, and understanding, you'll see the room in a completely different light. The same people, the same space, but your perception, the way you experience it, shifts. Here's where the mystery thickens. What if you could shift your perception not just in moments, but at will? What if you could choose how you experience every moment, every interaction, every challenge by consciously directing your intention? What if you could transform your entire world by simply aligning your thoughts with the deeper truth of who you really are? This is the power of intention, and it's the missing piece in the puzzle of consciousness. When you fully understand this, you begin to realize that life is not something happening to you, or even for you. It's happening because of you. You are not a passive observer. You are an active participant in the creation of your own reality. But even more profound is the realization that the world around you, the people you meet, the places you go, are all reflections of your own internal state. The challenges you face are not obstacles to your growth. They are mirrors showing you where you still need to grow, where your intention is misaligned. The deeper you dive into this mystery, the more you realize that you are not separate from the world you see. The boundaries between you and everything else, yourself, the people, the universe, are illusory. The walls you thought existed between you and the world are nothing more than a trick of the mind. You are the creator, the created, and the creation all at once. And just as you begin to grasp this mind-bending truth, something deeper, darker, more elusive begins to emerge. A new question arises. If I am the creator of my reality, then what happens when I let go of all intention? What happens when I stop trying to control, to shape, to create, and simply allow the world to unfold without interference? In that moment, everything you've known about yourself, about reality, begins to crumble. The next phase of your awakening is about to begin, and it's far stranger than anything you've ever imagined. Are you ready to step into the unknown? As the final pieces of the puzzle begin to fall into place, you realize something staggering. The journey you've been on was never about finding answers. It was about asking the right questions. The mystery of life, the mystery of who you are, has always been unfolding within you, layer by layer, each step revealing a new level of understanding. But now, with a single, shocking insight, everything shifts. The moment you've been waiting for arrives, not with a flash of lightning or a grand revelation, but with a simple truth that cuts through the noise of your mind like a knife. You've been looking for the answer, searching for the elusive key that would unlock the final door. But the truth is this: there is no final answer. There is only the continuous unfolding of life. You don't need to figure everything out. You don't need to control every moment, every outcome. Life, at its core, is a process of constant change, a flow of energy that can't be captured or pinned down. You are part of that flow, not apart from it. The moment you let go of the need to understand, the moment you stop trying to control the direction of the river, is the moment you truly step into the current. The realization is clear now. You've been the one trying to shape reality, trying to create a perfect outcome. But the deeper truth is that life already has a purpose. It is constantly evolving, constantly unfolding in ways you could never fully understand. The more you try to control, the more you disrupt its natural course. When you allow life to move through you without resistance, that's when the magic happens. That's when everything falls into place. This is the final key to higher consciousness. It's not about doing more, thinking more, or trying to make life fit your expectations. It's about letting go. Trusting that the flow of life, even in its wild unpredictability, has a wisdom far greater than anything your mind could conjure. When you align with that flow, you become part of something far bigger than yourself. You've awakened, not to a fixed destination, but to an ongoing process of evolution. Each moment, each breath is an invitation to dive deeper into the mystery. And now, with this understanding, you stand at the edge of something far more profound than anything you've imagined. You've learned to see life not as a series of events happening to you, but as a grand, intelligent unfolding, a story you are both living and telling, each chapter more incredible than the last. But the journey isn't over. In fact, it's just begun. This is your invitation to continue exploring the vast, untapped potential that lies within you. The next step is yours to take. If this journey has sparked something within you, if you're ready to dive deeper, to let go of the limitations you've placed on yourself and allow life to guide you, then subscribe to Arivea. Continue this path of awakening. Explore the depth of your true nature. The greatest mysteries are waiting for you. The next phase of your evolution is here, and it's more extraordinary than you could ever imagine.